3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. Williams now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Jonathan Gannon making the call. They'll line up to go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much. And we just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for 2.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
And you know, I'm all about getting points. And if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You look at this Arizona defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. So their defense gave up the opening drive touchdown. And now, Charles, they're going to look to work this ball down the field and get the equalizer.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of balance in how you're thinking and how you're approaching this game, because the way things go in the NFL today, that opening touchdown often changes your strategy. You feel like you have to match everything right here, right now. But I like the way they're being methodical on offense here on their first drive, hoping to get the equalizer, but not forcing anything.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. Now Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. Purdy now to throw. A quick quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down. This is Samuel. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6-0 our score after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Cardinals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Williams will try again. Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Pascal, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their 2nd touchdown of this first half. They went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 3rd and 4. Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, there's the always dangerous Rondale Moore. He and this offense ready to begin the upcoming series. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Trey McBride as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Now we give up the middle to Williams. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyson Williams, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. To throw is Murray. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Murray now on first down. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Moore, the man in motion. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown, Cardinals! Tyson Williams with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Jonathan Gannon making the call. They'll line up to go for 2. Now Murray. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Second down, here's Purdy to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they will remain well behind.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Throwing now is Murray. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Prater for the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A second down throw for Purdy. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy, big fourth down play. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They begin the drive with Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. This is taken in by McBride. He got 29 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out.
And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Tyson Williams. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
To throw, it's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Purdy now on 2nd down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, There's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose again. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't. You just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's Samuel, caught left side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. His throw incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. This one deep for Wilson. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pushing through the contact. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Going quickly out wide to Moore. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. On play action, it's Murray. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.